Hi everyone, my name is Dominic Schorr from Zelda based here in Cape Town. Yeah, Zelda is a mobile app that provides free online career guidance to high school students and links them to bursary opportunities, to academic opportunities that suit their strengths and their personalities. Zelda also happens to be my mum, and when I was younger she told me that I could do anything I wanted to do. Be anything I wanted to be as long as I did it to the best of my ability. So as any good son would, I ignored her and I dropped out of university. Twice. Now I'm not the only person who has issues with tertiary education. If this clicks again, I can show you some stats. In South Africa, over 600,000 students finish matric every year. And in order to fund their university education, those who do go to university, over $1 billion is spent on private bursaries. The major problem is that only 30% of those students actually graduate on time. In fact, only 50% graduate at all. And for those companies who are trying to recruit those students, who are trying to hire them once they graduate from university, in many cases, up to 90% of the students choose not to go to that company. Students are feeling lost, and it's a huge problem for the students, for the universities, for the bursary providers. So we're trying to help with that. We want to reach as many students as possible. So we've built an Android app because in South Africa, the South African youth, more than anything else, use mobile and Android specifically to access the internet. So we built an app, and the app uses continuous personality assessment along with machine learning to provide recommendations to students, to link them to bursaries, to academic opportunities that are based on their skills, based on their interests, and actually are the right opportunities for them to take. So we're helping students, we're helping universities, and we're helping bursary providers. And those are our clients, the bursary providers. We want Zelda to be free for students forever. We were involved in, or some of us were involved in, shouldn't say necessarily, involved in the Fees Must Fall protest at UCT several years ago, and we know how critical this is for students and for the country. So we want it to be free for students, so we actually provide a service for bursary organizations. We're allowing them to understand more about the students that they are trying to reach to offer bursaries to. The most consistent feedback we got from our initial research with bursary organizations is that they're not just looking for more applicants, they're looking for the right applicants. They want people who actually are going to go into their organizations, who are going to be part of those companies. So we're benefiting those companies by helping students figure out what they're good at, what they should be doing, so that they go into the right degree, so that they end up actually graduating and end up going into the right job. So we want to improve in the long run satisfaction in the workplace, happiness, and work productivity. So if we have a look at how much is spent on bursaries every year, if we look at taking 10% of the market with a 5% commission on each bursary that a student gets through the Zelda platform, we're looking at roughly 50 million rand a year in revenue in the first 2 or 3 years of Zelda. Now, our team met while studying at UCT. We worked on a number of projects together. We were all studying engineering. Carla on the left is an absolute genius. She, for some bizarre reason, decided to turn down a massive job offer from Amazon to come and join us. Jasant recently got his degree in mechanical engineering and could get a job pretty much anywhere he wants to. And I, as the 2-time dropout, am practically unemployable. So this better work out, otherwise I am screwed. But the nice thing about us coming from UCT is that we have access to an almost endless supply of immensely talented people who have bought into the vision of Zelda and are helping us for almost nothing. But we can't keep exploiting our friends. We need to feed them at some stage. So that's what we're asking you for now, is for your help. We're looking for funding and for partnerships. We've already partnered with a couple of schools in Cape Town, so we've been working with Camps Bay High, we've been testing with them for a couple of months. We're about to start a pilot with Abbott's College in Claremont before potentially moving to the other 70 schools that are part of the Advotech group. But we're looking for more partnerships to reach as many students as possible, to make Zelda accessible to every student in South Africa. We're looking for 2.5 million rand over the next 18 months so that we can actually make Zelda as valuable and as useful as possible. So this is our timeline. We're looking at launching the Zelda app in July this year. And then spending this year and next year focusing on universities and bursaries. before then expanding our market, our target market into vocational training, into technical training, and then in 2021, shifting right back, looping back to the first students that used Zelda and actually helping them access graduate opportunities. So those who we got into university, helped them get out of university into the job market. So we want to make sure that Zelda reaches as many students as possible. So we're looking for your help to make sure that Zelda isn't just my mom helping me. So when I had Zelda guiding me as a kid, we want every student in South Africa to have Zelda, the app, helping and guiding them. Thank you. There's another slide. I think I forgot that we had a meeting with James Kilroy last week, actually, and he reminded us of this quote by Reid Hoffman. If you're not embarrassed by the first version of your product you've launched too late. And characteristic of me, I told him that I thought Reid Hoffman was wrong. But after a bit of thought, we decided we were going to move the mattress up into our office, and we spent the past week not showering to save water, and locking ourselves in the office, drinking nothing but coffee and beer, and eating nothing but pizza. And we are embarrassed to say that we have launched 2 months ahead of schedule, and Zelda went live this evening.